This video is not to justify criminality, it's not to justify the killings of soldiers in Delta State. So many Nigerians are now asking about the double standards of the Nigerian military. No one is happy that soldiers were being attacked and killed. But the question is, so many times in the northern part of the country, sometimes 100 soldiers will be ambushed and killed. Sometimes 200. It has happened. In a day, 300 soldiers were killed in the northern Nigeria. Sometimes they shot down the military jet. Sometimes they shot down the helicopter. But we have never seen any incident where the military came into the community and raised down the community and begin to burn the community and chase people away. The question is this: why is it that anything happening in the southern, the west, or the eastern part of the country is totally different from what happens in the north? Why is the country so obvious about their double standard, the way they treat people from the northern part of the country and the way they treat people from the southern part of the country? Even the BBC reported at the time that Nigerian soldiers, counting 100, were ambushed. Listen.
Again tonight, with Nigeria's war against the Islamist militants amid reports that the brutal fighting has turned against the government, and as many as 100 soldiers have been killed by an Islamic State offshoot this week. Now, Lucy Fielder reports.
As many as 100 Nigerian soldiers have been killed in the northeast of the country since Sunday, with the finger of blame pointed at an Islamic State offshoot. That information comes from 5 security sources, all speaking on condition of anonymity. Nigeria's northeast is a restive region, where the government is battling Islamist militants, including Islamic State West Africa and Boko Haram.
Now the question is, how many people did these soldiers carry the reprisal attack against when they were ambushed, when they were killed by these bandits, and so on and so forth? It is obvious that the community did not mastermind the killing of soldiers in Delta State. The first thing we expected the government to do is to identify the people who really perpetrated this crime so that the innocent people will not suffer for the crime they did not commit. I was surprised to see that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wrote the defense, telling them that they should mobilize the military to go and find out those people who carried out the killings against the soldiers. But that is not the work of the soldier. It is the work of the police and the DSS.
Well, I reacted to the unfortunate incident on Saturday. It was on the 15th, barely 24 hours. Unfortunately, the government never reacted until the 17th, yesterday. Now, I pleaded on and was expressing sympathy with the bereaved families of the slain soldiers. I pleaded with the military authorities to prevent reprisal attacks because of our experience in Odi, in Zakibia, Baramantu, and others. It was very clear to any discerning mind in the country that there will likely be a reprisal attack. More so that the gory pictures of the military officers and soldiers that were killed were circulating in the media. Unfortunately, nothing was done by way of statements from the government on the 15th and the 16th, whereby the military authorities and soldiers would be, made to believe that the government, was really grieving with them. And so, on the night of the 16th, angry soldiers stormed Okocha village, set it on fire. For me, it is avoidable. And you see, you can't blame soldiers alone. There is a general position in the society whereby, because of loss of confidence in the judicial system, everybody, embraces mob justice. Even the statement of the president yesterday, we are in a civilian, a democratic system of government. The president cannot order military authorities to fish out civilians involved in a heinous crime. That is the duty of the police. In this case, it was reported by the chief of defense staff. This I read that on Saturday, General Christopher Musa, that some arrests have been made. So what I expected the authorities in Delta State to do on that day was to have these suspects transferred to the police so that on Monday morning, this morning, they will be charged before the court. And a statement ought to have been made. We have arrested the criminal elements. We are going to have them arraigned in court on Monday. At least that will go a long way to douse the tension that was allowed to mount, culminating, unfortunately, in the attack on Okocha village. We saw this in Zakibia. We saw this in Odi. We saw it in Baramoto. And when people went to court, nobody was talking of those who were killed. Nobody was looking for the criminals that killed. It was like a question of those who were made victims through collective punishment, which is not part of our law. So this is my worry about this. Once again, I want to take advantage of this forum to express my heartfelt sympathy, and condolences to the bereaved families and the armed forces. Because this shouldn't happen in a civilized society.
So, Mr. Falana, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but if I get you correctly, what you are saying is, what I get that is your most potent fear right now is the fear of collective punishment. Is that correct?
Yes, please. Because there are innocent people in Okocha who are as angry as the government in ensuring that these criminal elements are brought to justice. But when you go and set their houses on fire and attack innocent people, you have offended domestic laws, because it is right in our country that there is no vicarious liability in criminality. 2, Nigeria domesticated the Geneva Convention in 1960, and under Article 33 of the Geneva Convention, collective punishment is prohibited. Reprisal attacks are not allowed. Innocent people cannot be attacked, even in a war situation.
And it does serve, that these reminders are given, especially in a situation where the military feels, not just the military, because as the president has said, the attack on soldiers who have pledged their lives in service of this country, for a group of youths to just brazenly attack them and murder them in the manner which they did. These are people who had gone into a community to try and keep the peace between that community and another community, in a situation where, you highlighted the fact that the police should have been the one doing such a job. But right now we have delegated that responsibility to the military. And in this instance, they were representing Nigeria. So how do you think that a country can send home a message to groups of youth? Because it's not just these youths in this community that are looking. There'll be a host of other communities that are going to be looking at how this particular situation is handled, and how the Nigerian nation can say, look, a lot of things are happening in the country, totally unacceptable, but this is something that would never be tolerated. Attack on soldiers and men of Nigeria trying to keep the peace somewhere.
In 2023, 43,000 people were killed in the United States of America through gun violence and mass killings. including innocent school children. But I can assure you, in each of those cases, the system has been deployed to pursue all the criminal elements involved, whether they're in the state or they have left the country. In this case, if there is a killing, not just of soldiers, even of civilians, we must, as a people, develop a system that will hunt the killers and have them prosecuted. A few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, a retired general, was arrested by criminal elements in Jos, butchered and buried in a shallow grave. What happens? At the end of the day, the police went into the matter and arrested the 19 criminal elements involved and had them charged. And this is what is done in a civilized society. In this particular instance, arrests have been made. Through those who have been arrested, all the other culprits will have been arrested, arraigned in court, and then the case speedily tried, so that members of the public will know that this government, or indeed any government in Nigeria, will not tolerate the killing of soldiers, the killing of civilians, and so on and so forth. I think December 12, 2015, there was an incident in Zaria.